Hello everyone, my name is For Extraordinaire and finally, welcome to our first episode of Humankind. The game is out and I can't wait to get started. I've already created a custom character. He looks definitely a bit more fit than my IRL self, but I went with a custom character. I love my little symbol I've chosen, purple. We got this whole little purple scheme going on. We may even choose the Phoenicians. But we are out as the, before we even get to that, we are out as a Neolithic tribe in Humankind. And for those who do not know or who are very new to the game, we are just going to be starting out as a tribe, going to be gathering food, collecting resources, and trying to build a civilization or at least elevate humankind. We have started near an interesting jungle habitat. So this is going to be, what is it? Terra Rosa, dry grass. We have some jungle over here, some huge trees with the forest, and we even have some mountain over here. So there are already some very interesting opportunities for us, some interesting cultures we could choose. For example, with the Zhou, they benefit from mountains. The Phoenicians benefit from coasts. And we're not seeing too many food resources right now, but we do have some luxuries here, and we have a curiosity. This one is going to be science-based, and the reason we want to collect science-based curiosities is really because we're going to get some boost to influence and also science, which is going to help us get like at least one free tech as we kind of go through the eras. So let's end our turn here and really see where we can go. Not too many rivers though, I've noticed. So yeah, we get some influence and we need that to at least build an outpost. And ooh, we do have some rivers here and we have a layer. So if we kill layers, for those of the uninitiated, if we destroy these layers, they basically spawn animals and bears and all those nasty kind of things that would destroy our civilization. Man, that is a really good mountain. We might have to go Zhou because that is, the piece de resistance. That could be like plus 25 science with the Zhou. Anyhow, before I start having fantasies about insane science yields and culture with the Zhou and whatnot, let's go ahead and raid this layer. We do need to get our tribe up because we are very, very low on food. And speaking of kind of early difficulties, I have chosen okay, we grew. All right, thanks to our food threshold. But anyhow, speaking of early difficulties, I have chosen Empire difficulty because I've heard that you can steamroll the AI if you are playing at least on normal. The AI kind of is a pushover, so I at least want some bit of a challenge to kind of entertain you guys and show my frustrations as I'm getting my ass kicked by the AI. If you're going to do a Let's Play, at least make it entertaining is my philosophy. So let's just go ahead and get moving along this river. I said there weren't that many rivers, but apparently I am wrong because we have some amazing yields right over here. Ooh la la. Alright, that narrator is going to be a bit annoying, I can tell, but I'm already thinking, like, is the Khmer or the Cambodians, with their, it's not their Wat, but their beret, it could get some really interesting yields, because if you don't know, if we place a beret here with this amazing river adjacency, you can get some amazing yields just by like getting extra food for being adjacent to rivers, which is amazing. Okay, we're already close to getting another tribe, and our goal is basically to collect as many tribes as possible because each tribe or member here, we have events too, which is new in Humankind. But with each tribe member we get, our tribe gets just a little bit closer to building a stronger population, which in turn kind of helps us snowball into a functioning society. All right, Lost Souls 1, so this is going to be a bit of a chained event. You can just tell by the Roman numeral next to it. Some events are just individual, they don't have too much of an effect, and then some of them are chains. I haven't seen this one before, so I'm just going to read it out, and hopefully I don't talk too fast. But your scout comes to you, breathless from exertion. Okay, there we go. I thought it said excitement, but between gasps as he tells you that he spied another tribe not far ahead. Ooh. He leads you on. Then, after giving a stop signal, you drop to your bellies and crawl forward in the bush. Or the brush. Ahead, a young woman no more than 13 summers is leading a ceremony. Damn, we're using that dastardly sun calendar. Her audience, a dozen or so equally young or younger tribesmen. Many are crying, and when you see the bodies laid out, you understand that they are in mourning. You know what you must do, and this apparently is not some kind of pizza party because people must have died. All right, swift, or we can welcome them or withdraw. You know what? Since we are, you know, a little bit of a smaller tribe, we only have 2 tribes, and usually by this point I like to have at least 3 or 4 tribes members or clans. I think we'll go ahead and welcome them, even if they have like Neolithic age or whatever disease, horrific disease they're going to inflict on us. So I guess we'll just accept them into our tribe, and hopefully they don't kill us all. All right. There we go. Ender turn. And I mean, I know that sounds brutal, but as a functioning and burgeoning civilization, you just have to kind of be real with it. All right, let's move over here, and we are finding some more anomalies, and I'm just loving this. Just look at this map. Oh, it is so much more prettier than Civ, I just have to say, even as a Civ fan. Ugh, and all of these rivers, too. Oof. The Olmecs might be a good idea as well. I love playing as the Olmecs and their kind of Mesoamerican flair. Let's go over there, get that resource, and we are really going to we want to be really aggressive early on, just at least in kind of carving some territory out for ourselves. But this river, we definitely want to at least consider trying the Cambodians out. Okay, move along here, and oh my God, we have tons of rivers. All right, we might need to go as the Olmecs though. This mountain right here, I'm kind of tempted to go with the Zhou. We'll have to see how we go here. Okay, so idle armies. Let's move over here and move up here. And we have some resources here. It's unrevealed, but it looks like we at least have some juicy resource deposits. We have one here. We have some incense here. We have some, what is this? Incense over here. So it will probably be fairly thematic to go as the Zhou, which I'm really considering. All right, we also have a wild animal here, and we do have a bit of an upper advantage here, so I think we'll go ahead and try to fight. We are stronger overall just a little bit. So let's just have a manual battle here, get on the high ground, and try to attack from here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, we don't take too much damage, and hopefully he foolishly attacks us from the lower ground. Okay, let's end our round. A little fun combat early on. Okay, so I think we'll just narrowly eke this guy out. And then we'll eat his corpse, of course. Let's enter around here. And one thing that's really important with Humankind's combat is just to kind of master the terrain. So we've eaten that guy. We've destroyed him utterly. And then now we have a new tribes member. So we have a curiosity here. I think I'll send the new tribes member over there. And then we might want to circle back and try to found some kind of outpost here as our capital. All right, let's move over here. And we have a new era star. So once we have 3 era stars, I believe. Actually, it's 1 era star, then 3 for the ancient and classical. But once we have an era star, and these can be collected through doing things like getting a ton of pops, agrarian, or getting a ton of influence, or being really cultured. It kind of focuses around like the different aesthetic play styles or agrarian play styles. And basically off of that, you can kind of ascend, and it really lets you get a head start on other cultures. So here's another mountain site, and okay, we do have to play the Zhou. Look at these mountains. All right, before I even get to that though, let's split our tribe up. We are rapidly expanding, and I'm trying to find a good place for the city here. I think here might be a good idea, though I don't want to really place it too close to the border, though we might have to, kind of depending on how good these mountain placements are. So let's split this guy up before I even get to that. Move you here, move you over here, and we really have to be careful with these river penalties. But I'm definitely going to want to sacrifice one of these guys to kind of merge them with my city. So let's move you over here. I don't really have enough strength for this mammoth, I think. So we already have a ton of pops anyway. Okay, you're to the north, you're to the west, so let me send you down south, and we're just going to try to enter a new era. All right, let me just, before I even get started, let me just find my outpost here. Let's end our turn, and then hopefully we can start as the Zhou. Okay, so we have several opportunities here. This is a really good spot over here, though. I kind of want to be closer to the mountains, though, so I think it's probably a good idea to start here, and then I was thinking of actually merging one of my cities over here with one of the territories here, so I think I might even do that, and then I just want to get my outposts settled down fairly quickly. I know if I can send this guy over here, he's going to have a bit of a penalty moving on and kind of getting these resources, so I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted here. I think I'll just settle in place and go with my gut, build this outpost here, and then we can kind of merge this with another territory since it is kind of small at first. And then let's just immediately ascend and try to go as the Zhou if they aren't picked already. Okay, it looks like we have the first kind of draw for all these cultures. So I think I'll go with the Zhou. We have tons of different cultures. We have the Phoenicians, we have the Olmecs, we have the Nubians, we have the Mycenaeans. Just so many different cultures, and you can really make use of your surrounding environment with them. But as the Zhou, we get +5 science per adjacent mountain, which really means we are going to have a massive, massive advantage early on thanks to some of the nearby mountains. So let's go ahead and get that and go as the Zhou, adopt the culture, and get this snazzy new outfit. Looks like we have some kind of imperial or I don't know, like royal guard outfit. I don't know what's going on there. But we do have stability with the Confucian school. I think it used to subtract stability, so definitely been some changes. And then the Zhanche, they do come later, but it is a chariot unit. They do require, I think, iron, but they are very, very, very good with their Mandate of Heaven bonus, which basically gives you high strength coupled with the ability from Harmonious Thought and Confucian School. You can really get high stability and then kind of max out your Zhanche there. All right, so we haven't entered our turn just yet for the cutscene to activate. But what is this? Boop boop. Okay, that must be the outpost name. Let's go ahead and station. Okay, you're stationed there. We have an event already on the outpost. But let's go send you. We might just as well station you here. Okay, there we go. So let's station that guy there. My kind of thought process is that we'll probably put down 2 different pops since the outpost starts at 1 population. And then after that, we can kind of use our early pops to start just pumping out Confucian schools and whatnot. Okay, though you can only use 1 Confucian school per province, so that influence early on is going to be really, really helpful from some of these anomalies we gather. Okay, we haven't met any other AI yet, so I am a bit concerned. But that is kind of a good sign since we have more territory to claim for ourselves, even if we are a bit isolated at first. All right. Although, you know, saying that, I'm probably going to jinx myself. We're going to get like some crazy militarist that is going to spawn right next door to us. Okay, seed of an idea. Yesterday, the tribe came across a vast tract of wild grain, the stalks swaying in the breeze like the wind playing over golden waters. Very poetic here. The ground down grain could feed the tribe twice over. But one of the tribal elders had another idea. Instead of pounding the seeds into flour, she suggests planting half of them so the grasses may return next summer. It is a cautious idea, at odds with the nomadic life, but perhaps a harbinger of the future. Yeah, very, very progressive. Like early on, I guess, letting women dictate our crop rotation. But I mean, that is a pretty good idea. So I think we'll go ahead and go with plant. Though, +2 food on city or outpost is pretty good. I don't know if we're going to go for more of an RP, because I think I'd side with the plant just for being able to harvest some of this stuff. But I mean, grind is not a bad idea. You know what? Let's just go with her idea. I'll take the cheaper domestication research cost, and that will help us get to the Zhanche chariots faster. So we'll heed her advice and spring into the next era. All right.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. Perhaps you don't really know.
All right. One of my favorite parts, because this guy, I love this guy. He's very sarcastic, as opposed to Sean Bean. But as our narrator friend has kind of hinted, we are going into the ancient era. So let's just immediately. We only have. This hasn't even been created yet. So let's wait for that to finish being created, and then I think we're going to start just immediately plopping down some more outposts. I'm going to also want to raise this sanctuary here if I can. Ransack that for some gold. Since we are not in the tribal phase anymore, we're not getting any food to kind of build more tribal pops. This is what we've got. So there's even like a little remote village on top of that mountain. Interesting. Anyhow, let me just continue stationing you here. I'll move you down over here to the sanctuary, get on that river, and then we do have some tundra to the south, and then we have some more unknown strategic resources. So hopefully one of those is iron or copper, because we need that for our chariots. We also need to select our first tech since we're here. Let's go ahead and get, since this is free, let's go ahead and get maybe calendar. Granary is not a bad idea. Lumberyard. We do have a ton of forests. Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and get carpentry for the lumberyard, get some extra production. And then after that, I guess we can go ahead and try to get domestication. Okay, let's station you here. There we go. And then my main thought process is, since we already got a discount towards domestication, it'd kind of be a waste to just use that on one of our free techs. So we'll just get lumber or whatever that technology is, carpentry, and then after that we'll use our domestication discount towards... Ooh, we found a wonder. Okay, the Great Barrier Reef. But anyhow, yeah, after we kind of... man, that is beautiful. Oh, that is so, so pretty. Anyhow, I keep getting interrupted. After we get our first tech of carpentry, we can then use our discount towards domestication. So let's just raise this layer, get some extra gold. Gold is always very important early on, just in case we need to buy things out and react to any early military aggression. And we have toe in the water, an interesting first achievement. But anyhow, next turn we should be able to build our outpost, and then I might call that an end to today's episode. Just kind of guiding you guys through the Neolithic era. So, yeah, if you guys have been enjoying the episode so far, leave a like and subscribe. But let's just see how this goes. Okay, we have some dry desert here too. Not necessarily a bad place to start as the Nubians. Though I don't really play with them or experiment with them too much. Okay, get that, get the gold, and... I don't think we'll kill these poor little mammoths here yet. Though, let's just keep exploring, getting the high ground here, as Obi-Wan would say, and surveying the surrounding environment. So our first outpost is here. I think we'll immediately upgrade it to a city because I want to get this Confucian school up and running as soon as possible. That should be like plus 25. So let's just create this into a city. Okay, that's the wrong guy. I do not want to ransack that. But once we have 11 influence, okay, we should be able to get a city. So I do need to find... We're not getting any passive influence. I do need to find another source of influence really quickly. Okay, that bear there might be a bit of a problem. Hopefully I can retreat. Okay, there we go. And we do have some more incense, or saffron actually. Alright, starting to look a bit more like Iran with all the incense and dry deserts and high ground or whatever. But the highlands. Anyhow, we have these guys over here as the... What are they? I don't know what tribe these guys are, but they're already encroaching on our land, so we got to be very, very careful. They're like right next to our capital, so this is already going to be a very early conflict, it looks like. We also have an interesting forest over here, but I do want to be careful to... can't upgrade this city just yet, which is unfortunate. So I don't know why it's telling me... Wait, where can we turn this into a city? Oh, there it is. They changed the UI. Usually there was a city button right here. But we can upgrade this into a city. I was going to say, I thought you could usually do that for free. And then after that, we want to move our Confucian school over here. But I think first of all, we should probably get some extra production here. Make use of some of the nearby forests, and then we'll use carpentry. And then after that, we do want to make sure to kind of sacrifice some of our early pops here to Haojing and get an early foot up. So let me just... pop you down here, disband. Okay, we're going to give you 1 pop, and then I'll pop you over here, disband, and that should be 2 population. Okay, there we go. So 2 pops going to give us some early workforce. That sped it up by like 5 turns, so definitely worth the sacrifice there. And looks like the Harappans have already gotten started. Okay, someone just found Lake Hillier. And let me just retreat from here. So I don't know who these guys are, though I am very concerned about their early... kind of foothold over here. So I do want to get some kind of settlement down here for the Zhou, and then hopefully I can kind of make use of their Confucian school. Alright, let's move over here, see what we have to go. And looks like there's another settlement over here, the settlement of Mpingo. Interesting. So anyhow, I think I'll probably end that for today's episode, though I do want to get the kind of first district down and then get domestication up with the horses, and then hopefully reveal some of these resources. Okay, the bears attacked us, so let's retreat here and see where we go. Okay, someone has chosen the Nubians, and man, oh man. Definitely an interesting start, though I hope we don't have to fight these guys too soon. So, okay, the Nubians are here. They've already founded the city of Kerma, and that is their capital right next to us. So that is definitely going to be some problems. I do not like their capital being so close to me. So we might have to wipe them out early on and see how that goes. But that is definitely going to be an early problem. So, oops. There's the bear. He's chasing after us, of course. But let's just see how this goes. Alright. Move you down here. Okay. And this guy's right next to us. So we haven't even introduced ourselves. I don't know if the AI is going to do that, but Just have to see how this goes.
Greetings to
Okay,
the
thankfully he kind of retreated
Now
north.
there's some good fortune.
And we discovered the
Neighbors who may
Appalachians.
be more
Interesting.
interested in commerce than conflict.
Okay, so that's going to be done. Let me just buy that out, hurry it up. And then after that has kind of been completed, I think we'll go for maybe lumber yards. And that narrator is going to be annoying. Holy crap. And then maybe I just need to extend my, since districts kind of exploit the areas around you, you'll see the forest has become more organized. I kind of need to extend by placing a district here, no matter how shitty it is. And because I'm not going to be able to work these mountains or the tiles over here. And then placing my Confucian school down there. So let's go ahead and get an agrarian district since we haven't plopped one down. And then after that, I guess we can go with the lumber yard. All right. So I think I'll end the turn here. Try to get an outpost so I don't forget next episode, and then you'll call it quits. Okay, stop attacking me, please. Okay, he's not as aggressive this time. Okay, let's get an early outpost down here. It doesn't really matter the placement yet. The placement doesn't matter yet, I should say, as I can move it on later. So I'm just trying to box these guys in, and then hopefully, this is kind of a weirdly shaped province. Hopefully after that I can kind of, hopefully take their capital and see what goes on from there. All right. Thankfully, with timing, though, I don't really have to worry too much about, looks like they're already settling a city down there, too. So we have some very, very hungry rivals. And I think we might even introduce ourselves before we end the episode. Okay, so he's traitorous and adaptive. Okay, not too good. Anyhow, this episode is kind of carried on long enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been 4 Extraordinary. If you liked the episode, leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, please let me know how I can improve. And this should be it. So we've started as the Zhou, and hopefully next episode we can kind of get into a bit of a scrap with the Nubians over here. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I should see you guys later. All right, peace.